Nepal's breathtaking beauty and towering peaks attract adventurers and nature lovers from around the globe. Nestled among the Himalayas, this small nation boasts a unique aviation network connecting remote communities and bustling cities. But Nepal's stunning landscapes also present formidable challenges for air travel. The country's aviation safety record has been marred by a history of accidents, raising concerns about the risks faced by those who take to the skies. Since 2010 alone, Nepal has witnessed 14 major aviation accidents, each involving 5 or more fatalities. These incidents have tragically claimed the lives of over 400 people, casting a long shadow over the nation's aviation industry. Recent tragedies, including the Saurya Airlines CRJ-200 crash in July 2024 and the Yeti Airlines ATR-72 crash in January 2023, serve as stark reminders of the persistent dangers plaguing Nepal's airways. These accidents highlight a complex interplay of factors that contribute to Nepal's aviation safety challenges. Geographical and climatic extremes, coupled with aging aircraft fleets and inadequate infrastructure, create a high-risk environment for air travel. Moreover, concerns about crew training, regulatory oversight, and a lack of investment in safety protocols continue to raise red flags for aviation experts and international organizations. The human cost of these accidents is immeasurable, leaving behind grieving families and a nation grappling with the urgent need for reform. Addressing Nepal's aviation safety crisis requires a multifaceted approach, tackling not only the technical aspects of aircraft and infrastructure, but also the human element of pilot training, regulatory enforcement, and a cultural shift towards prioritizing safety above all else. Nepal's towering peaks and rugged terrain, while breathtakingly beautiful, pose significant challenges for pilots navigating the skies. The country is home to 8 of the world's 14 highest mountains, including Mount Everest, creating a treacherous landscape for aircraft to maneuver. These mountains create narrow valleys and unpredictable wind patterns, demanding exceptional piloting skills and constant vigilance. Landing and takeoff procedures become particularly perilous in this environment. Short runways, often carved into mountainsides or perched precariously on tabletops, leave little room for error. Pilots must contend with steep ascents and descents, navigating through narrow corridors with limited visibility. The margin for error is razor-thin, and any miscalculation can have catastrophic consequences. Adding to the complexity is the issue of limited navigational aids in remote areas. While major airports are equipped with modern technology, smaller airstrips often lack sophisticated radar coverage and rely on visual flight rules. This means pilots must rely heavily on their judgment and experience, especially in challenging weather conditions, increasing the risk of controlled flight into terrain accidents. The unforgiving terrain has claimed numerous aircraft and lives over the years. Statistics paint a grim picture, with terrain collisions accounting for a staggering 93% of aviation deaths in Nepal over the past decade. This underscores the urgent need for improved pilot training, enhanced ground-based navigational systems, and stricter adherence to safety protocols, particularly in mountainous regions. Nepal's dramatic topography not only dictates the flight path, but also influences its weather patterns, making for unpredictable and often hazardous flying conditions. The towering Himalayas act as a barrier, creating microclimates and sudden shifts in weather that can catch even seasoned pilots off guard. Clear skies can quickly give way to thick fog, torrential downpours, or fierce winds, turning a routine flight into a perilous ordeal. The monsoon season, stretching from June to September, brings particularly intense rainfall, reducing visibility and increasing the risk of landslides in mountainous regions. During this time, cloud cover can obscure mountain peaks, making visual navigation treacherous. The heavy precipitation also makes runways slippery and increases the likelihood of aircraft hydroplaning during landing. Winter months bring their own set of challenges. Freezing temperatures, snowfall, and high winds can impact aircraft performance and create hazardous icing conditions. Navigating through snowstorms or encountering unexpected downdrafts can quickly turn dangerous, especially for smaller aircraft not equipped with de-icing systems or advanced avionics. These unpredictable weather conditions necessitate robust meteorological services and effective communication channels between pilots and air traffic control. Accurate and timely weather forecasts are crucial for flight planning and decision-making. Equipping pilots with the knowledge and tools to interpret changing weather patterns and make informed decisions in real time is paramount to ensuring safe operations in Nepal's dynamic airspace. While Nepal's challenging terrain and unpredictable weather undoubtedly contribute to its aviation safety concerns, the issue of aging aircraft fleets adds another layer of complexity. Many airlines operating in Nepal rely on older aircraft, some dating back decades, to service their routes. These aircraft, while potentially well-maintained, may not be equipped with the latest safety features or avionics found on newer models. Older aircraft require more frequent maintenance and are more susceptible to wear and tear, potentially leading to mechanical issues. While stringent maintenance schedules are essential, the availability of qualified technicians and access to spare parts can be limited in Nepal, potentially compromising the safety and reliability of these aging fleets. Furthermore, older aircraft may not be equipped with advanced navigation and safety systems common in modern aircraft. Features like traffic collision avoidance systems and ground proximity warning systems, designed to prevent mid-air collisions and controlled flight into terrain accidents, may be absent or outdated in older models, increasing the risk of accidents, especially in Nepal's challenging flying environment. Investing in newer, more technologically advanced aircraft is crucial for improving Nepal's aviation safety record. Modern aircraft not only offer improved fuel efficiency and reduced operating costs, but also come equipped with state-of-the-art safety features that can significantly mitigate risks associated with human error and challenging weather conditions. Section 5. Beyond the runway infrastructure gaps in Nepal's aviation network. Nepal's aviation infrastructure, including its airports and air traffic control systems, faces significant limitations that further exacerbate safety concerns. Many airports, particularly those serving remote mountainous regions, suffer from outdated technology, limited runway length, and inadequate navigational aids. These deficiencies increase the risk of accidents during critical phases of flight, such as takeoff and landing. Runway length is a major concern at several airports in Nepal. Limited flat terrain often necessitates shorter runways, leaving pilots with little margin for error during takeoff and landing. Short runways require aircraft to achieve higher speeds for takeoff and perform steeper approaches for landing, increasing the risk of runway overruns or undershoots, especially in challenging weather conditions. Furthermore, many airports lack adequate lighting, navigational aids, and precision approach systems, making it difficult for pilots to land safely in low visibility or adverse weather. This reliance on visual flight rules in challenging conditions increases the workload on pilots and elevates the risk of accidents, particularly controlled flight into terrain. Investing in modernizing airport infrastructure, including extending runways where feasible, improving lighting and navigational aids, and implementing advanced air traffic control systems, is essential for enhancing safety. Providing pilots with the tools and technology they need to operate safely in Nepal's challenging environment is crucial for reducing accidents and building a more resilient aviation sector. Section 6. The human factor, crew training and management deficiencies. While technological advancements and infrastructure improvements are vital, the human element remains paramount in aviation safety. Concerns surrounding pilot training, crew resource management, and decision-making processes have been raised in the context of Nepal's aviation accidents. Addressing these human factors is as crucial as upgrading aircraft and infrastructure to ensure safe operations. Pilot training standards, while meeting basic international requirements, often fall short of addressing the unique challenges posed by Nepal's terrain and weather conditions. Simulators may not adequately replicate the complexities of flying in the Himalayas, and pilots may not receive sufficient training on handling emergencies in such environments. Crew resource management, which emphasizes effective communication and coordination among flight crews, is another area of concern. A lack of emphasis on CRM principles can lead to poor decision-making, especially in high-stress situations. Enhancing CRM training can empower flight crews to better anticipate and manage challenging situations, fostering a safety culture that prioritizes teamwork and open communication. Furthermore, cultural factors can sometimes play a role in aviation safety. A hierarchical structure within airlines can sometimes discourage junior pilots from voicing concerns or questioning decisions made by more senior crew members. Promoting a culture of open communication where all crew members feel comfortable speaking up about potential safety issues is essential for creating a safer aviation environment. Section 7. A conflict in the cockpit, Khan's dual role and regulatory oversight. At the heart of Nepal's aviation safety concerns lies a fundamental conflict of interest within its regulatory body, the Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal, Khan. Currently, Khan shoulders the responsibility of both regulating the aviation industry and providing air navigation services. This dual role creates a conflict of interest, hindering its ability to effectively oversee safety regulations and enforce standards. As both the regulator and service provider, Khan faces a difficult balancing act. On the one hand, it is tasked with ensuring airlines adhere to safety protocols and maintain high operational standards. On the other hand, it is responsible for providing air traffic control, airport infrastructure, and other services essential for the industry's smooth functioning. This inherent conflict of interest has drawn criticism from international aviation bodies, including the International Civil Aviation Organization and the European Union. They argue that Khan's dual role compromises its independence and effectiveness as a regulator. When responsible for both promoting and policing the industry, CAN may face pressure to prioritize commercial interests over safety concerns, potentially undermining its ability to enforce regulations impartially. The lack of a clear separation between regulatory and service-providing functions weakens Khan's oversight capabilities. With limited resources and personnel, Khan struggles to effectively monitor airlines, conduct thorough safety audits, and enforce compliance with international standards. This, in turn, creates an environment where safety lapses may go undetected or unaddressed, increasing the risk of accidents. Section 8. Grounded by safety. The EU flight ban and its repercussions. The European Union's flight ban on Nepali airlines, imposed in December 2013, stands as a stark testament to the international community's concerns about Nepal's aviation safety record. The ban, which prohibits all Nepali registered airlines from operating within EU airspace, was implemented after a series of accidents and audits revealed serious safety deficiencies within Nepal's aviation sector. The EU cited concerns about Khan's dual role, inadequate regulatory oversight, and insufficient progress in addressing safety issues as the primary reasons for the ban. This ban has had significant repercussions for Nepal's aviation and tourism industries, impacting travel options for Nepali citizens and hindering the country's ability to attract European visitors. For Nepali nationals, the ban has made travel to and from Europe significantly more difficult and expensive. It has also impacted Nepali students seeking higher education in Europe, tourists hoping to experience the continent, and migrant workers relying on air travel. The ban has limited options, forcing travellers to rely on foreign airlines, which are often more expensive and less convenient. The tourism sector, a vital contributor to Nepal's economy, has also suffered from the ban. European tourists, once a significant portion of visitors to Nepal, have faced deterrence due to the lack of direct flights. The ban has tarnished Nepal's image as a safe tourist destination, potentially impacting the livelihoods of those working in the tourism and hospitality sectors. Section 9. Charting a new course: international pressure and reform efforts. The EU flight ban, coupled with continued pressure from the International Civil Aviation Organization and other international organizations, has spurred some efforts to address Nepal's aviation safety challenges. Recognizing the need for reform, the Nepali government has initiated legislative measures aimed at restructuring Khan and improving safety oversight. One of the key proposals involves splitting Khan into two separate entities, one dedicated to regulatory functions and the other responsible for air navigation service provision. This separation of powers aims to eliminate the existing conflict of interest, allowing the regulatory body to operate independently and enforce safety standards more effectively. While legislative efforts have faced delays and setbacks in the past, recent attempts to table aviation bills in Parliament signal a renewed commitment to reform. These bills, if passed, could pave the way for a more robust and independent aviation safety framework in Nepal. However, legislative changes alone are insufficient. Effective implementation, adequate resource allocation, and a genuine cultural shift towards prioritizing safety are crucial for meaningful and sustainable improvements. Strengthening the capacity of Ka'an, both in terms of expertise and resources, is essential for it to effectively fulfill its mandate of ensuring aviation safety. International collaboration and knowledge sharing can play a vital role in supporting Nepal's reform efforts. Partnering with countries with strong aviation safety records, such as Singapore or Canada, can provide valuable insights and assistance in developing robust safety management systems, training programs, and regulatory frameworks.